Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Potential Easter Eggs Part 2, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So, first things first is we've got these cloud signs inside of the toy store, and the reason I am thinking this is leading to an Easter egg is because every other cloud sign has been pointing or hinting towards an Easter egg. So, for example, on Groston, if you look at the piano, you've got a cloud sign that's obviously pointing to an Easter egg that we already know of, and then if you turn around, there's another one right there. So, we already know this is linking to an Easter egg, but moving on to the final Reich, if you head over to the Riverside part of the map and you go to the weather vane, you can see that there is another cloud sign that is pointing in fact to the weather vane as a little tip towards a step for the hardcore Easter egg. And then another one, and the last and final one that we have, is the blue Enigma machine. Now, if you guys remember, people were wondering how exactly were we supposed to know that this machine was inside this sign. Well, if you jump down into the pilot light trap, you can see that there are two cloud signs above the button, hinting for us to hold square on this button, fly up through the well trap, and then hold square on this sign. And as you can see, I'm doing it right now, and the blue Enigma machine falls out. So everything's kind of pointing in the direction that the two cloud signs in the toy store are in fact a Easter egg, but I did find something in headquarters that might be pointing in the right direction on what we're supposed to do. So I'm in headquarters, and if you head down the zombie tunnel and you look on the tables, you'll be able to see a Jack-in-the-Box head, a bunch of mechanical parts, as well as a cloud sign that is there for whatever reason. I don't know why it's there. But if you move on to the second table and you look at the back of it, you'll be able to see a bunch of crumbled up dollar bills, which are in fact hinting to the Money Bowl Easter egg, which leads to a PPSH. So the reason I'm saying that these mechanical parts and this Jack-in-the-Box head might be related to it is because this whole table seems to have hints towards Easter eggs, and these mechanical parts are in the toy store, as well as the Jack-in-the-Box head. So we've got the Jack-in-the-Box head, we've got the mechanical parts, and then we also have the Klaus Fischer sign. So it's all kind of being put together, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. If you want to hunt, go for it. But once again, these are potential Easter eggs. They can lead to something or they can lead to nothing. But moving on to the next one, there's this panel in the village square that is not part of the hardcore Easter egg or the regular Easter egg, and the reason that it is weird is because it's the same panel that is used for the Reaper upgrade down in the Pack-a-Punch area, as you can see right here. And then there's also the same panel that is used for the Hurricane upgrade, which is in the lab area. And it's weird that there's three of these panels on the map and only one of them does not do anything at all and is not correlated with any Easter eggs. Also, in the panel in the village square, if you look under it, there is a gas tank, which there's only two of those on the map that do absolutely nothing. Right here I'm gonna explode it so you guys can see the explosion, and it's about as big as the bomber's bomb. But that's all I have for this one. There's not that much that I could look into. You guys can go ahead and check if there's more panels on the map, but let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is the last and final one that's kind of major and has a big hint to it, and it's in the spawn right above the machine pistol. You can see a blue arrow that is pointing upwards, and if you step back and look on top of the building, you'll see a golden eagle. I'm not sure if this is a Nazi eagle or what exactly it is, but there are two more on the map and they are located on the clock tower, as you can see right here. Now the best way to look at these is with a sniper scope. Anything other than that, you won't really be able to see it. But the next one is right behind the clock tower, and once again, it's above the clock. Now that's all I have for this. There's not that much on it. I tried looking for more eagles or anything else that can point towards the clock tower, but this is all that I could find. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I found interesting, starting off with these deck of cards that are in the laboratory. Well, at least 4 cards, as you can see, one on the left side of this machine, and then there's another 4 cards on the right side, as well as these pictures in the laboratory that you can find in the bunk bed. Right here you can see this is of a cabin in the woods, and then you've got a picture of some snowy mountains, and then if you run over here on the right side of these bunk beds, you will see the same picture of the mountains. So the reason I found these interesting is because if you go into headquarters and you look on the table, you got 4 cards and a deck, and then right behind you, you have a 7 of spades on the wall, which is odd. And then around the room, you've got the pictures that I showed you in the laboratory, except for one which appears to be in a jungle. So this room appears to be giving off some hints. I'm not too sure, but I'm just gonna show you guys a bunch of other little stuff that I don't really have anything on. So we've got this random stone boot in the pub area that is breakable, a lion statue / fountain in the village square, And then in the laboratories, we've got this picture that has a gold frame on top of this crate, which is kind of odd. And then the last one I have is in the village square. Once again, it is on top of the clock tower, which appears to be a weather vane. Now it's kind of normal for weather vanes to be on top of clock towers, but I thought I would just throw it in. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you have any other Easter egg leads, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.